Hello, welcome back. If I sound any different, I got a cold, basically. I've been feeling alright recently, and I was going to wait until it's completely gone until I record this video, but the urgency is too big to film this. Welcome to removing rides at Thorpe Park. Now, if you haven't seen, almost a year back, I released a video called Removing UK Coasters, where I did a similar thing, and I basically created this quadrant of 4. That makes no sense. At a table of about 16 different coasters all across the UK, and I said, if you had to remove one from each row, which one would you remove? And obviously, it sparked some interesting conversation. So if you want to see the results for that, link in top right. That was incredibly cool. So as you can tell, this one is strictly about Thorpe Park. So I've got 16 different rides and attractions on there, and as I said, if you have to remove one ride from each row, which one would you remove? So I asked Instagram and Twitter, just like last time, and I'll get onto some of those responses later on. Here's a quick run through and reminder of all of the rides and attractions and their select rows. On the bottom row, we start off with Quantum, which over the years hasn't been the most reliable. Along with that, we've got Vortex, another Lost City flat. It's a claw. Rumba Rapids, which has a name change about every 2 weeks. And to finish the row, Storm Surge. It's fun, but it's such an eyesore. And that row, along with all the other ones, I don't know why I chose to say this now, have some very interesting results. So I've got them all listed down on here, all of the results, all counted up, everyone's responses. And yeah, I did count them all. And on the next row, we have Darren Brown's Ghost Train. I know this is highly regarded, and it's said by about 90% of the population to be the best ride at Thorpe Park. Rush, 2 swinging hammers with some really good force. It's just a shame the cycle lasts as long as this sentence has taken me to say. Walking Dead the Ride, better than its previous theme of X. Please don't kill me, that was a joke. And to finish the row, Black Mirror Labyrinth, their newest attraction, came this year. It's alright. It's alright. And we move up to Detonator, probably the scariest ride on park, along with Samurai, which I am going to mention quickly. A lot of people seem to vote this purely because it's had a lot of, well, let's just say it's slowed down quite a bit. But, especially in recent weeks, I believe, it has definitely sped up because I had a ride on it recently and it was insane. So there may be a bit of a difference with the votes had it not actually broken. But that's not my fault. Tidal Wave. You can't go wrong with a splash 2.5 bathtubs worth. And finally, Colossus, which I know a lot of people were saying, oh, why wasn't that on the top row? But I wanted to make it fair because I know if I put it on the top row, everyone would vote for Colossus. And that brings me on to the creme de la creme. Is that the right way? The top tier, basically. We have Nemesis Inferno, the better Nemesis. I'll see myself out. Saw the ride? I would try and impersonate a Jigsaw laugh, but The Swarm, Thorpe Park's most recently built roller coaster. Yeah, and of course, you can't forget it, Stealth. That huge, big ride. So that being the full table, I'm now going to check out some of your guys' responses. I think this was the only person to do a full straight diagonal. Nemesis Inferno, Samurai, Walking Dead, the Storm Surge, nice one. And then this one was more interesting because Rush, they chose to remove Rush. I asked if people agree. They said no. Jaden TPC was the first one to choose Stealth to be removed. It's not that boring, but everyone has an opinion. Nemesis Inferno, not needed when we have the original. Saw quite a few people say that, to be fair. And I like the original, but Samurai in its current state. Darren Brown and Storm Surge, fair enough. We've got Coasterbot, Legend, Inferno, Tidal Wave, Black Mirror and Storm Surge. All relatively painless removals for me personally. Fair. But yes, thank you so much for all the responses. I'm sorry I could only go for about 5. But now that we've looked at all of your guys' opinions, it's time for the collective one. So the ride people wanted to remove the most from the top row was Saw the Ride at 64 votes, followed by Nemesis Inferno at 47, and then Stealth. I thought Stealth was going to come last, but Stealth has 22 and Swarm on 18, so not much between both of them really, but saw the ride. Goodbye. On the second row, I'm going to go least to most this time. The least votes was for Colossus at 16. I know. Followed by Tidal Wave on 32. Detonator on 44. And as I mentioned, because of its speed reduction and it just died, Samurai had 59. But that may have changed had it not broken. The third row, I'm going to go least to most because the most is quite funny. We have Rush with 13 votes. That is the least on any of these rides. So fair play to Rush. Followed by Walking Dead the Ride on 23. Darren Brown's Ghost Train on 40. And Black Mirror Labyrinth on 75. I know these votes don't really mean much, but it's quite interesting, if I'm being honest. And for the final row, we'll go least to most again. Rumble Rapids on 15, followed shortly by Vortex on 17, Quantum 49, and Storm Surge on 71. So from this data, as we'll call it, you can tell that the average would have been to remove Saw, Samurai, Black Mirror Labyrinth, and Storm Surge. So if you got that, there you go. Yeah, the most surprising ones for me was probably Swarm at 18 under Stealth, and then how much Detonator wanted to be removed. I'm crying. How little people wanted Walking Dead gone, and probably also how many people wanted Quantum gone as well. And of course, like I did last time, I'm going to give my opinion, because it would be rude not to. So from the first row, I'd probably remove Saw as well, just because the other three, I'm one of those who loves them three more, but still a brilliant ride. The second row is probably the one that has me the most, because it's either Samurai or Tidal Wave, but I don't know which one I want to get rid of. I'm going to remove Samurai, because Tidal Wave has a special place in my heart. And then I'd probably remove Black Mirror Labyrinth, and then the next row do Storm Surge. So what I've just realised is, this whole video I've been saying about, oh, remove this, remove that, here's some opinions, and then I've said, these are the results, here's the average, and my opinion matches what the average is. You know what? My uniqueness really shows, but you know what? I am content with my choices. I'll stick with that. There we go. If you want to see an Alton Towers version, leave a like. 2 likes and I will do an Alton Towers version. And remember that through sheer analysis and pinpoint accuracy, we have discovered that half the community as a whole wants Black Mirror Labyrinth removed.